All right, the next step after getting your headlight assemblies removed and your connectors exposed so that you can start the process of switching out the non-waterproof connectors with the waterproof connectors is to get your two kits. One is a W442D, and that is your female side, which goes on the light side, and the other is a W441D, which is the male side, and that's the wired side, so it goes on the wire connector side coming from the module for the four corners. So you have your tools lined up, ready to go. You're going to cut the existing socket off, exposing the ends of your red, your white, and your black, and then you're going to strip it back approximately 3/8 of an inch. So one thing you want to do before you start to do any of this work is make sure the switch is off and that there's no power going to your wires at the headlight. You do not remove the light from the light assembly. Leave the strobe light in the light assembly. This will minimize the opportunity for the lights to be broken while they're sitting around on the vehicle. So once you have the wires stripped, you're going to slide the gasket on. So remove the gasket out of the back with a small screwdriver. It's critical that you do not put the connectors on before you put this gasket on. That will tear up the gasket and render the gasket useless. The wires must be slid through before the connector is on.
Yeah. I believe it's going to be the black. Let me double check my thing here. Red, black goes over here.
So you're going to want to make sure that your wires are twisted tight before you put them through the gasket. Once all three wires are through, you can then start the process of crimping your female connectors on. And then to do that, you're going to use the specialized tool that we sent out. You're going to use the 2022 gauge crimper slot to do that. So you grab your female connector, of which there's 4 that come with each connector, so that you have an extra one, and that's 4 for each side, male and female. So you have 1 extra for each side in case you screw one up. Take them off one at a time. Again, use the 2022 gauge connector slot or crimper slot.
Need to shorten that wire just a tad.
So if you strip back a little bit too much, strip it off. It should be somewhere between 1/4 of an inch and 3/8 of an inch. Probably just 5/16 would be right.
Perfect.
Bend over your little spikes where you're getting ready to crimp it, so they're sort of pointing in, so you can get a good crimp the first time. nice tight crimp. You're going to do that on the next two. And then we'll stop here and we'll reconvene after we've got all three crimps on.